So it's Black Sheep Radio with Mark and Chris today. No Benny, and I'm kind of bummed out because Ben loves a good just factoid that he can use for future conversation,
sure.
and he's gonna be bummed out that he wasn't front row and center for this, or he already knows it because he is a font of useless information. But I forget what I was watching yesterday. And the guy, it was definitely an Attenborough production.
Cool.
It was clearly done in a British voice. And he mentioned something about the age of sharks. And as soon as he said it, I was like, no fucking way. And I Googled it. And then I saw the information on Google and I was like, no fucking. And then I went on Snopes. I'm like, I have to fact check this. And so I asked the question. I asked you the question and you said 14 years. The question is, how old can some sharks get? Can some sharks get to be?
So the max
and you said
age.
probably about 4. Yeah, we'll just say, what's the oldest shark? So to speak.
Okay.
The oldest shark living right now is this old. And you wagered 14. I asked this question to a lot of people. And I mean the ages ranged, 70. Argo Mike, he said, originally he said, I think it's north of 100. He's like, because I saw something on Shark Week about it. And my wife, because I was so shocked when I found this out, she immediately went high. She was like, 200 years old. Is that how old a shark can get? Not even fucking close. The oldest shark that is living right now is about 512 years old.
Oh my God.
512 years old.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm 40. I'm going to be 42 years old. How did I just find out that this is a thing that could happen?
That's unbelievable. You think that over five...
I was going to say, just to put it in perspective really quick, Christopher Columbus had just discovered the New World when the oldest shark was born.
Wow. I was going to say, they haven't really progressed all that much.
No.
For a species, they've been pretty stagnant for 500 years. That's insane. Absolutely unbelievable. Craziness.
You're listening to Black Sheep Radio. Featuring Ben McVie.
One of my daughter's friends is trying to get in my back door.
Chris Brown. And Mark Lefebvre.
Well, on that note, I've recently eaten an entire box of Ferrero Rocher in one sitting. The entire plastic case.
Rate, review, subscribe, and share. Or join the conversation at BSR Podcast on Facebook and at radio_sheep on Instagram and Twitter. Here we go.
Yeah, 500 years old. Now, just to specify, they're called the Greenland sharks, and I guess they determine their age because these sharks, for every centimeter, they grow 1 centimeter a year, basically. So these sharks don't even hit sexual maturity until they're 150 years old. So if there's any immature folks out there like myself, don't worry, you still got some time. But yeah, 500 years old is how old they say the oldest ones are. I always thought, and a lot of people on our Facebook page said, the tortoise. Tortoise is the oldest one. No one can outlive the tortoise. And I was on your page. I watched Finding Nemo, and I believed it too.
Yep.
But now I found out that the Greenland shark, 512 years old.
Is it? I remember
Shark
Week is in March. I'm pretty sure it is in March. So maybe you were just streaming.
Oh, we
around
had an early
Shark
start
Week.
on it.
Yeah, that's
very, very possible. Very possible. The whole show wasn't about sharks. They just happened to mention the shark, and because the shark is they call it the apex predator. It's top of the food chain. It's the human of the ocean, so to speak. It's not really too surprising that they do live to be as old as they are, but 500 years old.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It's craziness. So, I saw the picture of some really old ones. They look rough. They look like they've been around for 400 centuries.
So you mentioned off the top here that it's just the two of us today. Ben, Ben's not here. You want if anybody's wondering why, he's very close to the chest. Like it could be anything as far as the reason why he's here. He's like something came up, or my schedule changed. It's all crazy. You know what I mean? He's really reliable for showing stuff up like this, and he doesn't go off the radar for very long.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, he used the term my night is fuckity fuck. This was yesterday. He said today was fuckity fuck in the evening. So who knows? But
he could be up to anything right now.
It's always exciting.
It's always
because it makes next week's show exciting
for sure.
It's like he's intentionally he is doing what when Colin was saying what the Rolling Stones did to the Trews. Like he's really making them wait till the last moment before he gives them that big moment.
That was a cool interview last week. I got a lot of really good feedback from it. I just to go into a little behind the scenes action on that one. I had no idea the how deep Mark dove on Colin of the Trews. Like I thought that you were just like, I'm over here reading like Rolling Stone interviews and stuff, trying to get prepared. Mark's going through the Hamilton Rolodex, and he's making international phone calls and getting old
talking
pictures.
to family in Nova Scotia.
2 hours before we recorded, actually, he was at Colin McDonald. He was at Colin McDonald's Nan's house, flipping through old photo albums. It was pretty. I don't know how he got even.
Nan McDonald.
It was impressive, though. That was super cool.
In actual fact, I just sat in the McDonald's parking lot and Facebook messaged someone that knew him from when he was just a young boy. And I got a lot of stories. I just thought that Rolling Stones picture with him. I needed the backstory. I needed to see how he got into a room with them, and I didn't realize that they were so prestigious in the industry that they could literally make you wait just for a chance to meet them.
Isn't that cool to like like we're all starstruck getting an opportunity to chat with the guy. I know Ben knows him for sure from going way back, but like, I'm getting an opportunity to meet the guy from the Trews for the first time, and then you hear about his experience, and it's like meeting like the King of England. You know what I mean? Like there's this whole process by which you just like, the way that the light, not to unpack this thing too much, but the way that the thing that I thought was funny was the way that the light guy, like when they were doing sound check at the beginning, the light guy brought him over as if it was like some like ancient courting ceremony. Brought him over to watch, and then he's like, you let him play a song. You watched Keith Richards mess around on the guitar a little bit, and then he like dismissed him to somewhat. It's pretty funny.
You go now.
Yeah,
you go. You can't see my talent solo anymore. You can only see it with others.
Yeah, for sure.
It's absolutely unbelievable. So cool. So tonight we've got this only came about because you sent me a totally random message about a new business in Hamilton where he's like, you got to check out this business. It's called Mikey's Cream Pies, and they've got shirts and hats and all that stuff to go with this business. So immediately I checked it out, and we'll chat with Mikey in just a little bit. But it's so like the splat that he has on the window, I just think is so awesome. So I want to know how business has been, because I've literally seen posts from him over the past week or so saying like we're sold out today. So it's obviously booming, which is awesome. And again, I love the just having fun with it. Mm-hmm. Unless he's complete. I've never actually spoken with him. He could be completely straight laced and not even understand what the innuendo behind cream pies is.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
It's really
chat with them either way.
It's really interesting. Like if you look on their Facebook page, their slogan is "Where all your cream pie fantasies come true." So he's definitely turning into. Into it. I'm excited to talk to him too. Good. I can't take credit for the idea, but Bree brought that to my attention. This new cream pie restaurant, Bree, and it's amazing. I mean,
phenomenal.
It takes all sorts of characters to build businesses and in the city, and like, You know, it takes a special kind of character
you gotta do
for
what
a
you gotta do
cream
to
pie
stand up.
company, and it's they look insane, buddy. They look insane, so I'm excited to talk about that for sure.
Some delicious looking cream
Yeah,
pies, absolutely.
yeah, man.
So I got a game lined up for you guys as well, kind of like
Sweet.
is it real or fake? And it's different businesses with sexual innuendo names, and you have to tell me whether real or fake. So Mikey will play that with us in just a little bit. Something else I came across this week. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to like blow myself about it.
Sure.
But the Facebook likes that we've had
Yeah.
over the past, I'm going to say, week or week and a half have been phenomenal. So thank you to everybody that's listening, that likes and shares and all that kind of stuff, because it just, I don't know, feels good to be getting close to 1,000.
Unbelievable.
And a big part of that, a big part of it is a page that I follow on my personal page called The Fuck It List, and they just post a bunch of different funny memes and stuff like that, and I've reached out to them in the past and sent them stuff, and they always respond, and it's a British lady, a British couple, if I'm not mistaken, and it's the lady who's on most of the time, and the moment that they share one of our posts, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it goes to like 150,000 people, and there's like 7,000 comments. So again, thank you for them doing that. Thank you to everybody that takes the time to, tell us what your favorite random movie quote is. I know we really bust some brains with the topics that we get to, but we appreciate everything. So part of that is, again, I see a lot of these memes, and the one that I saw this week said, every girl has some guy talking to himself in her inbox. And as soon as I read that, I laughed. I thought that was pretty funny. And my wife was sitting on the couch, and I showed it to her, and she's like, oh, for sure. She's like, here, you want to see some of them? Guys, you gotta fucking stop this. Like, this is this is such juvenile behavior that you're exhibiting. I know it's social media, and I know when I mentioned this to you, Chris, you're like, well, it's so like, it's such a safe way for someone that has like, maybe no game to be like, hey, beautiful, I really love your eyes.
Oh yeah, because like these guys, like
from a social media perspective, that's creepy as shit.
Oh, it's super creepy. It's funny. Like I thought it was something that was just common knowledge, but your reaction to
I didn't
your
know
reaction to the whole
I didn't know
thing,
that women got
yeah,
that.
your reaction to the whole thing is really funny. But
yeah, well, I don't get any random messages
Yeah.
from women saying like, "Hey, I really like your eyes."
That
Or,
surprises
Or
me,
the
but-
one guy says to her, "Hey, Red Lobster on me." And Red Lobster.
bottomless biscuit.
Oh my god! You obviously don't even know. Yeah. You don't even know my wife. She hates Red Lobsters. So
Yeah, I've never.
if he said the keg,
Yeah.
I'd be worried.
Well, I think the offer that it is Red Lobster it tells a lot about the character sending the message, I would say. And I'm not saying the shit on Red Lobster specifically, but you know what I mean. Like Red Lobster is a very like it's a very dated restaurant. You know what I mean? If they were going to say something a little trendier, you know what I mean? You could tell a lot. You could tell a lot by you could tell a lot about a creep by the restaurant they choose to invite this complete stranger over the internet. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the nice thing about going to Red Lobster is you can finish being creeped out and get your dinner done and still be home by 6.
Yeah. So you don't do Red Lobster? You don't like it?
Is there even a Red Lobster? There used to be the one. Oh, I love Red
Do you?
Lobster. Like, you can give me that all-you-can-eat shrimp and like, oh man, I love Red Lobster. But I think the only one that I could think of was in Burlington, and that's gone now, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I actually drove there excited for shrimp one day, and then realized it wasn't there.
That would be very disappointing. That would be because you can't. It's not like you can. It's not like if you go say for like a chicken burger or something. Like you can just go down the street and find a different one. Like if you're on the hunt for shrimp, you got there's a handful of places that you can go, and
if that, like it's we're not down east.
No, exactly.
I mean, there isn't like
gas station
a
lobster roll.
fish stand every.
Yeah, that's what they had. They
The
legit had that.
The Mick Lobster.
Yeah, it's crazy. That shit's
Oh,
that shit
man.
is absolutely. That shit is absolutely crazy. Yes.
As soon as you had Mick in front of something.
So yeah, like it's very the DM thing. The DM thing is interesting. I don't. I don't have that situation either. I'm glad.
I
can barely keep up with the people that I care about, to be perfectly honest, let alone having my, that's a cross that I'm glad I don't have to deal with. I just don't, it's a lot, right? Like, we've got the wedding planning and all that stuff too. It's like, I got people messaging me all the time. It's like, it's wild. So
it's the last thing I need.
Yeah, for sure.
Just some Russian sex bot messaging me.
Hey man, I get a lot of that. Like on Twitter and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't care.
No.
They'll send it to anybody. But if someone's taking the time to actually send you a DM, I want that kind of care from a creep.
For sure.
Give me some of that. Like, hey, I really like you with your dog. Like, oh, wow. That person really dug deep on some pics. Good for them.
So we got Mikey on the line from Mikey's.
Oh, is he here?
Mikey's
Awesome.
Cream Pies, Mikey'sCreamPies.ca. You want me to bring him in?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll put him in
Absolutely.
here.
Splat. Can you play a splat noise when he comes in? That is too funny.
Believe so. Hey.
Here he comes. There he is.
Oh, 1 second here. Hey, can you hear us?
Mikey.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. Nice to see
Good,
you.
man. How you doing?
Good. Doing really good.
I see your.
That is awesome. Hey. Oh, sorry. I was going to say thanks so much for taking the time. I know you've been super busy with the new place, and deservedly so, because you've done something that a lot of people haven't done, which is start something up and really stand out with.
Well,
just
thank
the
you
name.
for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I actually stumbled upon your business through social media. My fiance reached out to me, and she's like, "Hey, like, I've seen these pictures of these cream pies. There's a new restaurant, this cream pie restaurant. Their branding is hilarious, but like all of these people that I know in the town, like that seek out like good food, are all over this place, right? So we just really we really wanted to have you on. So like I've never heard of a cream pie restaurant in my life. Like, is this a thing, or is this just something that you like always wanted to just do specifically?
I don't know if there is any other cream pie restaurants in the world, but there is now for sure.
Hell yeah.
And I've always wanted to open a restaurant of some sort. I never knew it would be this, but this is what I fell into, and here we are.
So where did the idea?
So it's awesome.
Is it a matter? Yeah, I was going to say. I think Chris was going to go the same direction. Like, was it a matter of maybe like you came across some recipes, or you got into partnership with someone that makes killer pies, and you were like, hey, like, let's do this, and let's.
No, this is all me. I've been baking for 30 years as a hobby. While I do construction full time, and before Christmas, a friend of mine asked me to do a chocolate cream pie for her boyfriend's birthday, so I did. And I was sitting there that night, bored out of my skull, and I said, I'm going to start a Facebook page just for the hell of it. Came up with a name and a few slogans, and it blew up to this.
That is amazing. So
you could have reached out to us too for if you ever need any more slogans. I'm sure we have the collective.
I've had lots of suggestions.
I'm sure you have. Not everything can go on a T-shirt. Too funny.
Well, the idea obviously so far was proven to be a good one. Like Mark was saying that you're having a hard time keeping them in stock. Is that the case? Like, are you selling?
It is getting it's getting easier.
Okay.
And I have a new. This is airing Friday, so I have a new baker starting yesterday.
Cool.
to help keep up. The biggest challenge is the butter tarts, keeping them going throughout the day, because everybody's coming in and buying the butter tarts.
I bet, yeah.
And they want to talk to me, so every time they come in, I have to stop. And so yeah.
Well, you got to soak that up for now, because there's going to be a time, I'm sure, when all they want is the butter tarts and they don't want to talk to you. So
that's fine. I'm fine with that too.
So you bake and you do construction, and you're also a karaoke DJ. Like, you're a busy dude, and that's good, because I can imagine the construction guys that you work with think that this is amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a karaoke host as well. Yep. I'm doing that right now in Hagersville.
Wow.
They're in orange, so I can do that Sunday nights. When Hamilton's in orange or yellow, I work at Tracy's place on Upper James, and they have karaoke 7 nights a week there.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a karaoke mecca of Hamilton,
Awesome.
and also an awesome restaurant.
That's awesome.
I am not a big karaoke person. I'm not gonna lie. I've done it. I've gone like I don't.
Really?
You know what? I used to be. When I was younger, it was one of those things where if I found out the place was doing karaoke, I'd turn around. I wouldn't be able to handle it. And I've grown to appreciate it now, though. I've genuinely grown to appreciate it now because it's just there's something about karaoke that allows people to really like let loose in a way that a lot of other things
Absolutely.
For sure,
it's
yeah.
wild and it's
Absolutely.
really cool sometimes to see people like bad or good just to like really cut loose. And then you always like when you get somebody out there that's like a secret pro is always a really fun moment for sure.
The funny part is the people that are more afraid to sing, they're the best singers.
Oh man, that's
I can't sing. And then they finally talk them into it, and they blow everybody's doors off. But yeah, it's a fun release.
As a former bar operator, I can tell you that karaoke nights were always good for bar sales. Because,
Absolutely, yeah.
Once you get a few in you, all of a sudden you can go up there and you think you sound like Steve Perry, so you're going to start singing some Journey and
Exactly, yeah.
So a quick rundown on a quick rundown on when and where people can get cream pied, because I think there's a lot of people that want to know what do you what's the menu look like, what are your hours, and where are you?
I am at 775 Barton Street East, which is just west of Lottridge. Our hours are Tuesday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Most people do pre-order because that way they can pick exactly what pie they want, what crust they want, the combination, and they know it's going to be here.
Whoa. What kind of crust options are there here?
I do
thought
Oreo.
there was just like one crust.
No, I got your traditional pastry crust. You got your graham crust and Oreo crust. So they all go with different pies.
So you can just do custom stuff.
And I offer any of my cookies as a pie crust.
Whoa! And what are those?
Oh man!
I do. The most popular is the peanut butter cookie.
Oh man!
Second is the double trouble chocolate chip. Then the chocolate chip. Oatmeal raisin. Nobody's requested that as a pie crust. I don't think it really fits, but yeah, I will cream pie your cookie for only $5 extra.
Whoa. That's a shirt right there. I will cream pie your cookie, $5. You need the banner shaker, like the Little Caesars banner shaker outside.
I am the king of double entendres.
I'm sure you've got to have them all handy for
funny.
sure. The peanut butter cookie crust is some next level shit.
Yeah,
that is
with a chocolate cream pie.
Chocolate cream pie,
that's like a reverse peanut butter cup.
Yeah, and then the other popular one with that is the banana cream pie with the peanut butter crust. Both really good.
Jesus.
So you've been baking for 30 years. Was there anything?
Yeah.
And this one is you decided to go with the cream pies. This one was there anything that was like second in the running that you considered going for, or is like cream pies like one of those things that it's just like your staple? You know what I mean? That's the thing that you're bringing to the dinner party. You know what I mean?
It's just that was a niche market I saw. I mean, you can't find cream pies anywhere unless they're those crappy ones you get in the supermarket with a half an inch of filling and a bunch of fake whipped cream on top. And I mean, I started at home just for family and friends, and it blew up on Facebook so big. I said, I gotta step back, and I gotta do this right. So that's what I did. I closed my eyes and I jumped in feast first, and here we are.
I do have one question though. Have you found anybody's had trouble like Googling your company. Like, if I type in Mikey's cream pies into Google, I'm going to get a pretty wide variety. Of
You probably will. Yes. I haven't heard anything yet, so, but I have seen a few comments out there. I heard your pies are delicious, but I will never order one from you because of your name.
Really?
On the other hand, my name is why I'm here, and then the pies are why it will continue, why they keep coming back.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, what else would you call it?
Exactly. Exactly. I make cream pies.
Pie.
And that's all I make is cream pies. So you got to call it what it is.
It's simple.
Fantastic.
It's hilarious. It's memorable. You know what I mean? Once you hear the name Mikey's Cream Pies, it kind of takes you off guard. I'm in advertising too. That's kind of what I do as a day job. So like, it's one of those things that kind of knocks you off balance. And then like you're saying, like once you think about it a little bit, you're like, wait a minute, like when's the last time I had a good cream pie from the store? Like when is that? That's never happened. It's never happened. You're like, wait a minute. There's got to be, it's cool. I love it. It's a really exciting idea.
Half the people that walk in just off the street, walk-ins, they said, I never knew I needed a cream pie in my life until I saw your sign.
Yeah.
And now I have to have one.
Yeah, I hear that. That's exactly it.
And who would have thought on Barton Street of all streets to get cream pied? But I love it. And what I love about it too is it's so Hamilton. And when I say that, I mean just that it's so cool and it's so unique. And like we were talking with, Hamilton musicians and like everything in Hamilton is so cool and so
It is. It's a fantastic place to live.
It's awesome. You just add to it, and you add to that Barton and Lottridge area, which I know is steadily actually. A lot of people shit on that area, but it's steadily getting better. And as Hamilton continues to improve, and I think people are going to be getting cream pied for a long time.
The neighbors are so happy that I'm here. They're hoping the same thing, that this is going to kind of revitalize this area, and people see a business succeed here. They can succeed as well. So there's a cannabis store open right across the street in a month, so that's going to help my foot traffic immensely.
100%. You should do like a cross promotion or something like that.
We've talked.
So
somehow you got to get those two things together.
When it comes to a cream pie, like what is it? So you have the cream on the top, then you have like your filling, and then you have your crust. Is there any one particular element of the cream pie that makes it like that makes or break it, like that would set it apart from all the other ones, like specifically yours, but just like in general, like what would you? What makes it? You say this is great.
The filling is 100% what it's all about. It's got to be tasty. It's got to be creamy. It's got to be a lot. Like I fill them right up to the top.
Hell yeah!
There's no skimping on the filling. And then
sometimes the crust to cream ratio is just way off,
sure.
and it's actually more crust than cream, and that's
exactly. And then real whipped cream. You got to use real. Yeah, I can't talk. Real whipped cream on top.
Yeah.
So that's the key. Cool. And good crust.
And what are the
everything falls apart without a good crust.
For sure. What are do you have like a rotating menu like a lot of restaurants you see have, or is it more of like a you have your set menu, that the staples?
No, I have my set menu. Cool. So I have 4 cream pies, your traditional cream pies, banana, coconut, chocolate, and butterscotch. Then I have what's called dream pies. So they're a cream cheese whipped cream filling. And I have a strawberry one, pina colada, and cookies and cream. So they're lighter, airier. They're not a cooked custard. More half cream cheese, like a cheesecake, half whipped cream sort of thing. And then I have my specialty pies. I have a banana split pie, which has everything a banana split would have. I mean, you got cream cheese icing on the bottom, bananas, pineapple, whipped cream, pecans, maraschino cherries, chocolate and caramel sauce on top. It's over the top. And what is becoming my most popular pie very quickly, I just added this 2 weeks ago, is my peanut butter pie. So it's a peanut butter cream cheese filling, chocolate ganache, toffee bits, and candied peanuts on top.
Oh man,
And it's pretty incredible.
wow.
It's my favorite thing.
I'm telling you, when that dispensary opens up across the street from you, that is the perfect night for the bachelor, or perhaps the man whose wife is away with the kids for the evening. Is you go get a bag of whatever, and then you just go and get that last pie.
Absolutely.
Any of the dream pie, really anything.
Anything. They're all delicious.
I suspect there's going to be not just one dispensary popping up beside you, but multiple. There's like 6 or 7. It's just you're going to be funneling. It's just that perfect combination right in the demo. People that are hungry.
Oh, absolutely.
People that laugh at cream pie jokes, and people who like to eat a lot of cream pie. It's perfect.
It's awesome.
Hamilton was a perfect place for you to do this. A very, very quick question, just because I'm cheap, is what does a good cream pie run me these days?
Okay, so my custard pies and my dream pies are $15 each. I also offer a 5.5-inch pie for $8, and then my 2 specialty pies, which is the peanut butter and the banana split, they're $20 each, or $10 for a 5.5-inch.
That is a lot better. That's a very competitive price when you're looking at
for sure.
For what you're getting, guys,
it's unbelievable.
You go to like Metro or something like that, you'd be paying the same for.
Well, you're paying $5 or $6, but you can't compare.
Well, you go. A lot of the city isn't by any means bashful about charging exorbitant prices for things. I've spent $40+ on donuts on a box of donuts in the past. You know what I mean? So it's people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I have too.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
If it's good food, people will pay the price. Oh yeah. And good quality ingredients cost money. So
absolutely, and local business. And, I mean, taking care of fellow Hamiltonians that are trying to make this city better. So
absolutely.
That's awesome. That's so good, man. I do want to play a game with you. I think we're gonna kind of cut this and then go Facebook Live. I think that's the way this works.
Yeah.
And the game that we're gonna play it's like a true or false game. Are these businesses real or fake? They're different businesses with sexual innuendo names, and I'll kind of toss them out to you guys, and you can tell me whether you think they are real and fake. And,
why would you think that I would know anything about that?
I felt that this might be up your alley. So,
all right, let's do it.
Up your alley is also one of those fake names, possibly. Who knows?
Yes.
Is it a bowling
Funny
alley?
story.
Or is
it's a bowling place. Yeah, it's a bowling paraphernalia.
When I was looking for locations to open up a restaurant, I found a place on Concession, but it only had a back door. There was no storefront. So that led to a pretty funny tagline if I ended up getting that one.
Come get cream pie in the back door. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up. We're wrapping up the show essentially. So thanks to everybody for listening. This episode's gonna drop on Friday. So I hope that everybody is doing well between Wednesday and Friday. And next week we're gonna find out where the hell Benny was today, because I'm on the edge of my seat just with anticipation.
Thanks for listening.
Guys.
Oh, sorry, guys. That was hot.
Psych.
Yeah.
Here it is.
No, one second. I'm still learning these little things here.
Drive for dough, you putt for show.
It's not even worth. All right.
In 3, 2, 1.
All right. See you guys. Thanks so much for listening.
Yeah.
We will
Thank
catch
you.
up. Thanks for joining us, Mike. I am going to rush out this weekend and get one of your cream pies 100%. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Awesome.